Throughout history, art has been a great way to share a story. The beauty of using it captures a specific moment or scene the artist has chosen to use. Today I'll be talking about two artists who successfully managed to navigate this male dominated industry, yet have also managed to tell a very powerful story about woman empowerment, their artwork. An art piece by Artemisia Gentileschi, the painting of Judas slain Holofernes, made between the 1620 and 1620. Following that, we have the painting of Elisabetta Serrani. We'll be talking about Temecula of Thebes throwing her rapist down the well, which is created in 1659. The image of Judith slain Holofernes has been done multiple times by many artists in the past. However, this is the first time a female artist has managed to really make a stand and really portray how a female's point of view would look in this scene. Holofernes was the general of a Syrian army. Judith was a Jewish widow. In this picture, we could clearly see that there are three people in the image. These people consist of Judith, Holofernes, and her maidservant. This scene is played out in a dark background. We could see that Artemisia has focused the light in the center of the image where the hands of the maidservant and Judith are, and as well as the head of Holofernes. The bold color scheme has allowed this picture to bring attention to the viewer. Artemisia lets the actions speak, as Judith in this image is not sexualized. There is less cleavage showing. Her sleeves are rolled up. You could see that she's very confident in the way she is beheading this man. You can see that Artemisia has directed her anger and her frustration of maybe her own trauma in her personal life into this picture. She is not afraid to hurt this man. The maidservant is just assisting her. The maidservant is not doing any of the work. She is simply letting her master do all the work. As you zoom into Fernandez's face, you can see his eyes have no more life to it. The white bed sheets, in comparison to the, really comes to emphasize Artemisia's use of realism and the bold colors. This is very typical to the Baroque era, which this painting is part of. The dark usage of the background and the light colors and the realism is all part of the Baroque era. Artemisia really brings justice to this image and this scene, as Judith is no longer depicted as a witty, sexual icon. She is showing the true emotions that Judith is feeling. Now I would like to bring attention to Elisabetta Serrani's art piece of Timoclea of Thebes throwing her rapist down a well, which was created in 1659. This is an oil on canvas painting, and it's also part of the Baroque era. As the title of this piece states, this is an image of Timoclea throwing her rapist down the well, and as you could see, this image uses chiaroscuro, which is the contrast of the dark background and the light foreground, and you can see the attires that Timoclea and her rapist are using are quite dark in comparison to their fair skin tone. The bright light really focuses on the legs of the man trying to prevent himself from falling, in the hands and the face of Timoclea, who is trying to push this man down the well. The background of this image is quite simple. Serrani really focuses the attention on Timoclea's facial expression and her hands. However, we must take a moment and really pay attention to the rapist's facial expression too. His lips are parted. You could see the fear in his eyes as he is being pushed down. And this is such an evolutionary moment, as men were always depicted as the strong person in art. However, now we could see that Timokulea's face is very determined. She is not scared. She is not struggling at all to push him down the well. We must also pay attention to the attire. This woman in a full gown has managed to take down this fully armored man. She and Judith really show determination and the power that comes with enduring so much pain caused by a man. Artemisia and Serrani have really made a change of how women are depicted in art, and for that they have managed to make their stance in a male-dominated field. The Baroque era was quite a dark one, however. It was really important to show women's resilience and strength, and for that, I applaud these women. They managed to make these women look no longer like victims, but as survivors and as true leaders of their own life. Elisabetta Serrani and Artemisia Gentileschi have both really been a monumental stepping stone for women in art, and for that it is important to share their stories and these two art pieces that have really depicted women as how they should be.